So, finally decided to stop procrastinating and talk about some more movie trailers. So first off, let's get the bad ones out of the way. Oculus. Okay, I like Katie Sackhoff. She's a good actress. I'm going to start watching the old Battlestar Galactica and Longmire because those are two shows that she's apparently great on. Riddick, she's really good in, you know? I like her particularly for being on, like, the Schmoes Know podcast. Like, she's a real cool person, it sounds like. And so I want to see her in a good movie, and this Oculus thing just looks bad. WWE Films production, and I can't even honestly tell you what it is. Something about like a mirror causing ghostly figures or something to kill people. I'll read a synopsis, and I doubt it's even close to what the trailer showed me. A woman tries to exonerate her brother who is convicted of murder by proving the crime was committed by a supernatural phenomenon, and they're focusing on this mirror. I don't know any of these actors besides Katie Sackhoff, and, you know, it could be good. I would hope to death that it's a good movie, because Katie Sackhoff doesn't seem like an actress that I'll just go make shit. Like, she seems to pick good projects. I mean, Halloween Resurrection, she was like 18, and since then she's trying to do only good work, so I would hope this is good. Maybe it's just marketed bad. But it spent like, out of the minute and 20 seconds the trailer was, a minute of it was just showing a mirror bleeding while a little kid was talking. And then I think it showed like Katie Sackhoff looking like possessed or something. Like, what is this movie? But I honestly hope it's a good movie. I want it to be. But also, the WWE Films producing it or whatever, I didn't see any wrestlers. Is John Cena going to be some guy that comes in the last half hour to beat the shit out of a mirror? I mean, why is WWE Films producing it? Because I know they did that with The Call with Halle Berry, but they had a wrestler in the movie at least. I don't get it. Then we get A Haunted House 2. Now, a trailer for this already came out, I'm pretty sure, a while ago, because Haunted House 1 came out January of 2013, and was it by like September, October, they already had the trailer for the sequel, which means they pumped this sequel out quicker than any stupid parody movie has ever been pumped out. These movies cost so little to make, and they're so devoid of anything funny, really. Like the trailers, they'll make me laugh once or twice, and if I watch the movie, I'm sure I'll laugh 4 times, maybe. But for the most part, they're not funny, okay? Even the scary movies, 1 to 4, I kind of like those in a dumb way, where if I want to waste an hour and a half or something, okay, but they're still so bad. And Marlon Wayans, what are you doing? You were in Requiem for a Dream. You can be a good actor, I'm sure. He's just trying to be funny, though, and this is not the way to do it. These movies are bad. Go make White Chicks 2 or something. I'd watch that. Time for the mostly good trailers that got me excited. The first one, I'm so iffy on. Like, I'm worried that it's going to be crappy because the first movie is crappy, and I'm honestly going to I'm going to re-review The Amazing Spider-Man because I was so wrong about that movie. When that came out, I think I knew, if I remember the review, I haven't rewatched it recently, but I'm pretty sure I was like, it's so similar to the first, but it was entertaining enough. Rewatching it, I got bored. Like, that movie is pretty slow in a bad way, and not as entertaining second time around. So yeah, don't like Amazing Spider-Man anymore. And this trailer for the second one, it gives me some hope, because, you know, Electro could be such a cool villain, Rhino could be fun, the Green Goblin's in it. I just hope it's good. Emma Stone is great as always. But, you know, the way they cut out Mary Jane out of the whole movie, they had Shailene Woodley and then suddenly just cut her, every scene of hers out, and they're recasting her. They decided, well, get Mary Jane out of there. How much plot of that was missing now? Like, how much did they cut out of this movie? And if you know anything about the first one, there was a lot of plot going on with the stuff we should have known, stuff with the lizard and that made it a better movie. They cut out like 40 minutes of plot, and then you end up with the movie you did for the first one. So them cutting out Mary Jane leads me to think more of the same. They're cutting out important stuff possibly, and then the movie's going to suck. I hope I'm wrong. And have you seen the poster? That, I don't know if it's in the trailer, but on the poster, this is something that just annoys me. It says his greatest battle begins, and then May 22nd or whatever. That is not a good sign if you ask me. That may be just, oh, marketing, this will be fun. But you know, if that's his greatest battle, I have no reason to ever watch the third. Because he's not going to be as challenged as he will in this. Marketing fail by you guys. But the action looks pretty cool when he's falling. His spandex just riffling in the wind and he's swinging. The web swinging looks pretty cool. The action with Electro could be pretty fun. You know, it's just a lot of guessing and, what's it going to be like? I'll see it, but I'm going in with such low expectations, honestly, because of the first. And now, the 3 really awesome trailers that all came out quite a bit ago. Godzilla! Godzilla was the original movie from the 30s or something. Does that give me a slight Asian accent? Godzilla! That's how they said it in the movie, so if you want to say Godzilla with an accent, just say Godzilla. Godzilla, it looks really good. You got Aaron Taylor Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, Bryan Cranston, Gary Oldman, and this movie just looks dark, and it looks like a hopeless battle against Godzilla. That's what it builds up to. It's just all pretty quiet. You're just seeing flashes and images, and then they parachute out of that plane, and you just see how big Godzilla is, and you can tell they're screwed. They got no chance. It looks like it's going to be hopeless. It just looks so dark, and like this is how Godzilla should be. Not that 1998 movie with Broderick in it, Matthew Broderick. That movie. I used to like that movie for the longest time, but then I really kind of caught on. Yeah, I get it. It's entertaining. But for Godzilla, it shouldn't be a big joke, which is what that movie is. It's a huge joke, and it's way too comedic. Godzilla should be terrifying like this, and I get it now. This is what Godzilla's all about. You gotta feel like the most hopeless battle. No, people don't have a chance, and it's just gonna be a devastating destruction by this giant lizard. And that's what I'm excited to see, and it looks like they're pulling it off perfectly. A new comedy, Neighbors, with Seth Rogen and Zac Efron. That looks so funny. Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne are a couple, and a frat moves in next door to them, and Zac Efron's kind of the main guy of the frat, and then the family and the frat just kind of go to war against each other, and it looks pretty funny. I mean, the CGI when the airbag shoots Seth Rogen through the ceiling, it looks a little poor, it looks a little too bit sped up or whatever, but it's a small moment. For comedy, I'm not going to worry about how bad the CGI might be, because the movie looks really funny. Another comedy, 22 Jump Street. I really want this to succeed, because the first, like they even spelled out in the trailer, you guys got lucky with the 21 Jump Street reboot, and now because of that, they're investing a lot of money for this sequel. Like, that's what I'm hoping, like they keep more self-referential humor like that, but keep it funny. Don't just make the same movie, like it's going to be adjusted for college now. But I just want it to be as funny, I want it to be self-referential, I want it to work, and I don't want it to be a failure, because I like the first one so much, I want it to succeed. Channing Tatum needs a hit, because White House Down was crap. And the last one is the one I'm probably most excited for. It comes out 2014, I'm more excited for it even than 22 Jump Street or Godzilla. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. This movie looks great, and yesterday I watched the original Planet of the Apes with Charlton Heston. And to be honest, that's a really good movie. I don't care if it's 70s. The effects and all still kind of hold up, I gotta say. Like, they're not great, but that's a fun movie. It feels really smart. It's got social commentary. I really enjoyed the old Planet of the Apes. And Rise of the Planet of the Apes, they came out in 2011. That movie is amazing. That's one of the best movies of that year. It's so good. The CGI and everything looks great. Caesar is a great hero character, even though he's just a monkey. And in this one, they get rid of James Franco. I think what they said is he died from the plague that the monkeys caused. So you get Gary Oldman and the guy from Lawless, Jason Clarke. He was also in White House Down. I'm going to review that just so I can talk about it. But yeah, that movie looks so good, where it's like they're living in the middle of the woods and the world just got messed up by the apes, and it just looks so good. The trailer plays out in a nice, creepy, dark sort of way. So if you like these trailer views, like or subscribe. Comment below, tell me your thoughts on the trailers, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.